How's it going, everyone? Happy Friday. Boy, oh boy, do we have a good one for you today. Me and my guy Jim, we're going to talk about the Stadium Series, which both games were great, but the one that we're going to kick things off, New York Islanders, New York Rangers. What a phenomenal game that was. Jim, what do you thought about the game? That was just unbelievable comeback.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Rangers-Islanders game on Sunday was ridiculous. Islanders got jumped out to a 4-1 lead, and, it was really a Rangers crowd there to begin the game. And you think about it, it's the old Brendan Byrne arenas across the way growing up. When the Rangers played the Devils over there, it was really a predominant Rangers crowd. And, we see it again. And they're chanting, they're loud, they're booing the Islanders when they were introduced. And the Rangers get the first goal. And then kind of things changed when Matt Martin and Matt Rempe had that fight. The Islanders kind of take advantage of some, 4-on-4 play. They get the 4-1 lead. But the Rangers power play keeps going. And Igor Shesterkin, who's had some struggles, they stick with him instead of going to Jonathan Quick. He finds his game. And the Rangers are able to score power play goal after power play goal to tie the game. And then Panarin scores with 10 seconds into the overtime period. And we needed some time to figure it out, but we got it. And here we are. The New York Rangers win a game 6-5. It was ridiculous back and forth hockey.
Artemi Panarin, he's having the best season of his career. But the goal that really caught my attention was Mika Zibanejad's game time goal. That was a laser shot. When you see on the replay, that looked even more smoother. So what a laser shot that was to tie the game. But this was a great victory by the Rangers. I gotta admit, the Islanders in the first period they played their butts off.
They did. I mean, they did play their butts off in the first period, no doubt. And even in the second, they were able to get the goal to go up 5-3 when the Rangers cut the lead to 4-3. Trocheck has two goals. But Zibanejad's tying goal from the corner, and the Rangers continued to figure out ways to score on Ilya Sorokin. And again, this has been the problem for the Islanders all year, whether it was Lane Lambert, whether it's now Patrick Waugh. Defensively, they just cannot able to hold leads, and things are going to change on Long Island after this season, especially if they don't make the playoffs. I think General Manager Lou Lamoriello's time, from what I've been told, is coming to an end, and the Rangers, they're up to 9 wins in a row now. They're really red hot, and they're playing some of the best hockey I've seen them play since the beginning of the season. And if Igor Shesterkin is going to play like this, then why not the New York Rangers favorite to win a Stanley Cup?
As a Rangers fan, that's all I could hope for. But we'll have to wait and see. Now, to go to the second game, going from a Rangers fan to a Devils fan. Devils Flyers. Devils played a terrific game. They won 6-3. Mike Dow's the goalie, a guy that was born in the year 2000, the same year that the Devils won their second title since that cup. He had 45 saves in this game. What do you have to say about his performance and the way the Devils offense looked like that game?
Yeah, I mean, the Devils coming into the game was, it was an important game for them. They talked about it. They talked about having a big game. They talked about saying this was an important game coming into it. Well, both games felt like playoff games. Both had significant point differentials in the standings. Every team wanted to win this game. It was being talked about, but Devils captain Nico Hischier said it. Jesper Bratt and Timo Meier in the lead up to it, when I was able to interview those players at the stadium prior to the game, they were talking about this as an important game. It's just a hockey game, but big 2 points on the line, and they played like it. Nico Hischier 2 goals, Nate Bastian a couple of goals. The atmosphere was electric. First game in the Meadowlands since May 8th, 2007. That was when they lost to the Ottawa Senators in the conference semifinals before they moved down to Prudential Center in Newark. So, coming back home to play, Devils fans definitely outnumbered Flyers fans there. But, New Jersey weathered the storm in the second and third periods when they had the lead. Nico Dawes played really well, and they were able to get some goals. And they were able to show that, they can figure out ways to win hockey games. And they knew this was a big one against a Flyers team.
Now, this is a question for you. Are you planning on going to the Stadium Series next year? Wherever
I
they.
mean, well, I mean, we can talk about where it is next year because Stadium Series will be in Columbus at the Horseshoe. It'll be the Columbus Blue Jackets and Detroit Red Wings at the Shoe. They announced it. New Jersey will be going overseas to play Buffalo Sabres to begin the year in Prague. So, I mean, if it's in the budget, I plan to be at both. But if not, I'll try to go to the Stadium Series in Columbus. I was at the Big House for the Winter Classic in 2014, and that was an unbelievable atmosphere between Detroit and Toronto. I can only imagine what 110,000 hockey fans will look like at the Horseshoe in Columbus. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all ties together with the Michigan and Ohio State rivalry, because the Blue Jackets do have a lot of players that played for the Michigan Wolverines hockey team, and they want no association with Ohio State. So I would imagine, as much as Columbus is the home team in this game, I would not be shocked if they take the visitors locker room for that game.